Hey there everyone, welcome back to my crafting world. My name is Anna. So I have been on a box kick lately, and I was playing around with paper, and actually had to crack out a scratched sheet of paper and try to figure out some dimensions. So I've made some boxes, and this is just paper that I knew I wasn't going to use on anything else. So these two boxes are made out of a single 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And I thought I wanted to experiment with different sizes. So this one, and I'm going to tell you what size this is. It is 3.5 by 6 is the final size on this one. And I really like this one because this was something, the size that I actually needed for a something that I'm going to put into a box. So I am going to show you the process on making this box right here. Probably I will show you how to make these in a later video, but for right now I'm going to show you how to make this one. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the video so that this jump into the tutorial so that this video doesn't go on too long. So let me show you how I put this box together. Okay, so this is how I'm going to make this little box. This was the perfect size that I needed for something that I wanted to put in here. So excuse me, I started out with, let me get my notes here because I don't want to lie to you. Okay, I started out with a piece of paper, and cardstock would be ideal. I didn't have any cardstock that was long enough, so this is my trusty poster board from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so this is 9. So it's 9 this way and 12, 9 by 12. And on the 12-inch side, what you're going to do is you are going to score at 1.5. So score at 1.5. And since this is poster board, I do have to score a little hard. I am hoping that I don't tear this poster board. Okay. So, excuse me, score it at 1.5, and at 5 1/4, which is on the Martha Stewart scoreboard, is the one with the little dot. So we score right there. Okay, and then we're going to score at 6 3/4. So 6, that's 1, 2, 3/4. So the one with the second dot. Okay, and I am scoring twice because it is poster board. And then on the last score is 10.5, which is right here. Okay, this is on the long side. And then on the short side, which is the 9-inch side, I don't know if I said 7, but 9 by 12. I may have said 7, guys, and I'm sorry. Okay, so on the 9-inch side, see, I probably did because I keep wanting to say 7. So on the 9-inch side, you will score at 1.5. Okay, score at 1.5, and then we're going to score again at 7.5, which is right here. Okay. So that's all the scoring you're going to need to do. So we get rid of that. And then we're going to fold all our score lines. And of course, you know, you need to fold all our score lines. We need to fold on the raised, on the little bumpy side of the scores. So this is the side with the bumps. So I will go ahead and score those, fold those. And you can burnish them if you want. I should, but I'm trying to make sure the video doesn't go on too long. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make some cuts. So you're going to take your scissors and you are going to cut on the 12-inch side, where you have the side where you have all the score lines, you're going to cut all your score lines right here on each score line. Up to the score line you're going to cut. So you cut, and you know what, guys, I'm going to, on the other ones I just cut straight across up into the score line. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just cut a little sliver on that score line, right up to the score line, guys. So again, so I'm cutting, basically I'm cutting to the right side of the fold, and when I get to the top, I go right to the score line, and then I cut that fold out. You know, if you don't make a perfect, you know, little, if this is hanging, just you know, just snip it off, or just, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna do that to all my fold lines, and I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this. Okay, guys, there are all my cuts, and if you see, it's just literally just this sliver. Okay, so now what we're going to do, you can use wet glue, you can use, you know, double-sided tape, whatever you prefer is good. This is your box. You will fold these edges in, and these you will fold in, and that's going to be the bottom. So we're going to do that first. I need to put glue on these edges and then glue that down. Just make sure your edges are as straight as possible. And I could have added like maybe one less than 1/8 of an inch on there, but I didn't, so it's not perfect.
Okay. But this one is, so I'm not sure what I did wrong. Okay, here's what it is. I hope you guys can see me putting glue on the flaps there. This is another size box. Okay, I'm going to hold this back just for a second.
All right, guys, we have glued our box together. And there we go. There is our box. All right. Oh. All right, guys, there's our box. Now what we need to do is we need to cut a circle right there so it's easier to open up. But I'm going to do that after I put the pattern paper on there. So let me tell you what size the pattern paper is. Okay guys, I went ahead and inked the edges of the white box, and I did use Shabby Shutters Distress Ink by Tim Holtz. And of course I used my little applicator. So for the top of the box, the lid of the box, you need to cut a 3.5, which is 3.5 inches tall by 5 3/4 inch wide. Okay, and I went ahead and cut 2 because I am going to go ahead and put one at the bottom as well. And then for the sides, which are right here, let me move this before I lose them. And these sides right here are 1 3/8 inch wide or tall by 5 7/8 of an inch long. And those are the ones that are going to go right here. Okay. Now I went ahead and cut 3 of them. One for this, that, and I cut this one, but I'm not sure that I'm going to put this color paper right here. But just in case I do, it's already cut for that. So I went ahead and cut 3 of those. And then for the sides, which are right here, the sides are, let me see, 3.5 inches wide or long, however you want to say it. So 3.5 inches wide by, again, 1 3/8 inch tall. Okay, so they have the same width but the different length. Okay, so I'm going to glue those on there, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like, because I might, not certain, I might line the inside. We'll see. But I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, yes, I did use wet glue to put the little mats on there. But of course you can use whatever adhesive you want to use. Yeah, that's just what I prefer. So I went ahead and I put, and you know, my box is still a little damp from the glue, but I went ahead and lined all the sides, because that way when you open the box, it'll still have that on there. And you know, of course I did the entire thing. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to punch a hole or a notch on, you know, for the opening. So I am going to lightly mark the halfway point, which is 3 inches. That's about right. So this is where my notch is going to be. So I'm going to take my circle punch, do it about halfway, I guess, maybe a little over, and that's about the center of it. So I'm gonna punch that out, and that becomes our little notch to open the box with. And you know, it's not real visible, so because it's got the pattern paper under there, but it makes it so much easier to open this way. See? So, you know guys, I thought about it. I think I'm going to go ahead and line the inside, and I'm going to cut everything with the same measurements that I gave you on the outer mats. I'm going to cut the inside the exact same measurements. So let me do that, and I will be right back. Okay guys, there you have it. I have lined the outside and I have lined the inside. There we go. I went ahead and distressed the edges, or inked the edges, just so it would define that a little bit more. And if you're going to do that, don't forget to cut that notch out of your lining paper before you actually adhere it down. And that's it guys. I am going to decorate this, and it's a really snug fit guys. It doesn't, I mean, it's a snug fit. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do some decorating, and then go on to the next box. talk to everybody later. Okay guys, so I hope that you did like this tutorial, and I already figured out the math and all that for you, so it should be pretty easy to make. I decorated, this was something that I got in a swap, as well as the doily, this. And I just put some flowers in there. This flat back pearl was also in a swap. Some bling around it, and yeah, so this was from an embellishment box. Makes it really easy to open and close, and of course the inside, and it's going to be perfect for my need. So okay guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial, and hope to see everyone later, and y'all have a great day. Thanks a lot guys.